Oh, where was that? We got a couple more folks that tune in, and we'll start the video. So far, one tuned in. Okay, those who just tuned in, it's Monday night live. Yesterday, decided to take a day off yesterday. I was working on my Halftrack right here. I have made a lot of progress on it. Right now, I'm at the stage that it's got to be painted before I proceed any further because it's got to be painted before I go on with it. And the rest of the subassemblies, as they go together, it has to be assembled onto the cabinet for it. as the unit builds itself. So I got painted. I have enough olive drab. This Tester's Model Master olive drab. I know I have enough there to do the frame. I won't have enough to do the rest of the vehicle itself. Okay, we got two tuned in, and nobody on the chat board yet. They'll be here. As soon as we get a couple more folks on the chat board here, we'll get started on this thing. So far, it's going together pretty nice. Everything pretty well primed up. Oh, it's been a hot day today out here. A couple of high 90s. And the air on here pretty good. It's pretty nice and cool here now, but this place gets very cool really fast. And it gets hot really fast. So I got to put up with both temperatures. Right now, we're all living the dog days of summer. Right now is August. We've probably got about another 4. We've got another 6 to 8 weeks more until it starts getting cold. It gets cold out here in Tennessee, not compared to Ohio. Okay, we've got 6 watching. Nobody in the chat yet. The other 4 that's tuned in. Welcome to Monday Night Live with me and the M3A1 Halftrack by Andy's Hobby Headquarters, 1/16 scale. Just can't keep my hands off this thing. Yesterday, off camera, I did a lot of work on this thing. As you see on the introductory thumbnail view of the file itself. Okay, we got somebody tuned in right now. Let's see who tuned in right here. Now we get something going. We got Cool Luke B40. He says, "Hi Frankie, did you modify the Hellcat and came to the shoot sidewinder missiles?" Well, I just put it this way. I'll give you a sneak preview of the final reveal of it. No sidewinder missiles in this one. I love the Hellcat. It's a very beautiful looking airplane. And I show you the Wildcat too. I don't think you've ever seen the Wildcat yet, though. Ooh. Snack 25. Here's Wiley Wildcat right here. In the colors of the Battle of Midway. Hey, I got Sir Daniel Brittany with us. Ahoy, Frankie. OD heads your way Tuesday. That's wonderful. That's wonderful. Thank you very much, Daniel. I appreciate it very much. And Dumbo will be coming in probably a couple days after that. We'll get a video of that going too. Okay, Glue Gurus, welcome to Monday Night Live. Tonight we're going to be painting the Halftrack. I've got a lot done yesterday. You guys probably wondering why I wasn't on air yesterday. I'm so busy carried away working on this. Like I say, this thing is about as addicting as eating candy bar. I mean, I've been having a blast on this thing. Frame is 100% done. It's all been primed. I think I primed that on the last video. And that would be Saturday night. And I got the motor all done. I got the cab all finished. But I'm at the stage of construction now. I can't go any further until these units are all painted, because they got to be painted and got to be done before I go any further, because you've got the rest of the body of the Halftrack is glued around the frame, both around the frame and also the cabin. And front tires don't come off. I'm going to go ahead and paint those black, overall black. And I can pick out the real ugly with all the draft. And this is a beautiful model, to say the least. I've never built armor before, other than the Weasel and the Sherman tank about 60-something years ago. But yeah, I mean, this is beautiful. It's wonderful. If you put the camera over, take a look at it, guys. See how much I've progressed since. That motor took me about 4 hours to build that motor right there. Had a transmission back here and everything. The motor's painted gray overall. I'm going to give it a good wash. And yeah, got that completed. And here is the cabin. We painted all the drab. There's a firewall right there. And the blower goes over here, like the top of the engine. Yeah. This thing is beautiful. I was watching Andy build his, and mine people built like his is. This kit I've learned and discovered is construction by sub-assemblies. So you got a lot of parts to make a sub-assembly. Then put it to the side. You go to the next sub-assembly. Once all the assembly done, you go ahead and assemble to the model and mount here. You just can't do like an airplane or a ship. Take a piece here, put it together, glue it there, paint the whole thing in its entirety, or spray everything on the screws right there, and that's it. But this thing here is treated sub-assemblies. Okay, let's check chat before it goes on. We got 3 watching, 3 thumbs up. Danny Britton says, Ahoy, Frankie, Yodi's head your way by Tuesday. It's tomorrow. That's wonderful. And Danny Britton says again, I like the Wildcat better than the Hellcat. I do too. There's something about the Wildcat. It sounds like it's wild. It looks like it really can do something. The Hellcat was an improvement over the Wildcat, but the Wildcat was the mainstay throughout the war. The Pratt & Whitney engine had 2 superchargers. They had 2 superchargers on there. In the 4 model, the FF2 had the right cycle motor, which was a little more powerful, but Pratt & Whitney is more better at higher altitudes than the right cycle. But when you turn that blower on like that, it takes on 600 horsepower. But the pilots learned how to get rules of engagement gets a 0. They refuse to pursue 0 into a dogfight, because they know what that 0 is going to do. It's going to fly in the inside circle, and that Wildcat will stall out. So that's when old Thatch, Commander Thatch, Lieutenant Commander Thatch discovered the weed. Pretty soon they want them to come to us, and we come to them. So So it kind of changed the rules of engagement on the Japanese side. But the Wildcats are pretty fast. They go over 350 miles an hour. They're pretty quick. They can move. Early Wildcats had 4 caliber machine guns. You got a gun camera outside the inside next to the machine guns. And the fuel usage is about 50 gallons an hour. So they probably had about 2 hours of flight time on that thing before they go to land. So a lot of them carry external tanks to go further the distances. Okay. And Vincent, everyone hip to the World War II knows that the Hellcats and Corsairs kicked butt. Yes, they did. The Japanese knew the game was over when the Corsair came out. They knew it was pretty much in the beginning of game over when the Hellcats came out. When the Corsairs came out, they threw in the towel. They said, "We're done. We're done." And F4U Corsairs gained air support, superiority, and they concentrate on up through the slot, destroying merchant ships and also warships and carriers. The war was pretty much done by 1940, by the end of 1943. But they hang on there until 1945. So the B-29 dropped 2 atomic bombs in Japan. But most of the experienced pilots were killed because of the Hellcats and Wildcats and Corsairs. And they had new pilots, kids 15, 16 years old, never flying, had no experience. They had about as much experience as we did at the beginning of the war. Yeah, this halftrack has come out quite well. I'm enjoying the hell out of this thing. Got the tie rods, cape heads all done on this thing. All it's really now is going to put in the cab. The cab go like so, right there, like that. And the engine's going to go in first. There's a sub big strap right across here. I glued one into the other one. The other one doesn't glue because I want to leave it up because I expect that transmission to go in there and hook up to your drive line with it to your pumpkin back here. Your differential, the shaft of the differential, goes all the way from the motor to the differential forward here. So that's going to be put in. I can't put that in yet until I get the motor installed. But the motor's got to be painted first, the weather. Got to be all done before that is done. And it's going to be pretty much done before we do the cabin down the rest. So first thing I'm going to do, I have this stuff all grabbed right here. Model masters, paint the frame, and paint the cab. And the rest, I won't know that up to that, but the good news is I'll have an OD coming in tomorrow, along with some neutral gray. They would get that B-25 going behind me. I haven't found a solid nose. I wrote to the company. I emailed the sharpener, see if they can, how much it costs to get me a solid nose that thing to make it right. Because I like putting Betty's Dream on there. Don't fit with a glass nose B-25. I've already got a glass nose B-25 right behind me, as y'all seen before. And so to have a Pappy gun machine, I got to have that solid nose on it. Make those decals work. You know, I might be converted to artillery. I like to build a tank. I get this thing done. I like to build a good Sherman tank or a Tiger tank or something. I sent away, not sent away though, but my son-in-law sent the form. I asked him if he can do it for me. He go to Home Depot and get me a piece of, a short piece of, not, I mean, Hobby Lobby, because they got that finished wood already. It's all finished. A piece of wood, they'll fit my half track. That way I can make a little grass on there for the half track when they make it look pretty. Now I got a few good suggestions for Dingy. Dingy is an expert when it comes to building these things. I've seen his work. Using Bondo and using spackle over here, I can inside the treads area here, I can make like blood there, paint it, color with blood there and stuff, and do some weathering on this thing. That's a vulnerability usually with weather on it. If I want to build it clean, I just give it a brand new paint job, and that's it. But they look good when they're all weathered up. It gives a little finesse to it. Okay, as a novice, I would say this kit will, it's hard to say, yay or nay on that. I'm a novice on this. I never built, this is the first time I ever built armor before. As long as I've been building models. Christ, I've been building models since I was knee-high to a grasshopper. Since I was about 3 years old when I started building falsehood models and stuff. These artillery models are a lot different. These armor models are a lot different compared to an airplane and ship. The weathering technique is basically pretty simple because you got to go with the flow of the elements. These things go with the dirt, go with the sand, go with the grease, grime, you name it. And they accumulate all the ingredients of dirt and everything to make it look weathered. And airplanes and ships are part of the elements of salt water, salt air, or wear and tear. Now, as a novice, faint-hearted, I was saying that you probably would need, he or she, decide to attack this model. This is a large scale. Some are the construction of some of the armor kits are designed like differently. But no stones left unturned to this one. This thing is almost real. It took about 6, 7. Each one of these sub-assemblies contained 4, 5, 6 parts to make the part itself. It shows how complex. That's what it's complex at. And the instructions are very clear and concise, but you've got to really look at it very carefully and figure out where the parts go. That's where the novice will have a problem with it. So I would say a novice would have a problem if he tacked it on himself or herself, and because the complexity of so many parts to make this thing. And he or she would probably need help from an experienced model builder. If his mother and dad was a good model builder, his dad can help him. My dad has helped me. When I was a novice one time, I started building model airplanes and ships. My dad was at my side. He was like a schoolmaster. He breathed over my shoulder, make sure I did it right. And he stopped me in my tracks. I don't know anything color. Well, the instructions say it's this color. Well, this on the instructions. He said, we can believe the instructions or believe me because I was there. I'll believe you, Dad. That's what color was. My dad called me off one time. I was working on the Bell USS Pine Island. And it was a seaplane tender. They kicked him out in 1956, along with Norton Sound. And it says all railings are painted with silver. Of course, I didn't know that. I started painting with silver. They go, stop, son, stop. Wash out the paintbrush first. Wash it out, close up, put the cap on that silver paint. Yeah. Put it aside. The railings are not silver. When it says silver in the instruction, I know they say silver. They say silver because it makes the railing stand out more with silver paint. But in reality, either they're white or dark gray or haze gray. That's the only colors they were. They weren't no silver color. So, and my dad always showed me how to make the railings look good on solid railing. Right? By putting a wash on them, dry brushing the stanchions. Anyways, get back to the Halftrack, of course. So I got about 9 hours between building this motor and that cab right there. And we all been primed with red oxide paint, as you can see. Because with red oxide paint, when you lay down that olive drab, you can see the olive drab much better on. And it probably gives it a good base color to olive drab. Because real ones are painted olive red oxide. Real ones were. The call instructions call for the motor block itself. It's all machinery gray color. Transmission, the transmission is all instead of aluminum, which this thing was probably cast metal back in the days. So it was black. So I'm going to be doing that and give it a good wash on the gray right there. Get the details stand out good. There's parts of the engine I know pretty much by heart how they paint them. And I got the radiator hose, which is black, comes out of here, hooks up the radiator. Once that motor's popped down, I can go ahead and assemble the radiator and fiber paint that and get it assembled on there, hook up the motor. Then last I put that cab on, and I can start building up the sides to build up the kit itself. Now the tracks of this thing are not rubber; they're vinyl. And they're very easy to get because inside the package has two small pins, about the size of a straight pin. And once you join the pins together, you run the pin back through there and hold it together. You pull out the idling gear, hook up the back end first, the rear idler, and you hook the drive idler up here. This thing will come out. Put it back in, it's easy to hook up. Yeah, the bogies do all work. These all work. They all turn work, everything. Everything works on it. So I'll finish my coffee before we get started. Got one watching 3 thumbs up, and Chuck Pappy just showed up. He says, at the end of the war, the old got the wild. He says, at the end of the war, we did get the Wildcat upgraded to form similar to the Hellcat. Yes, they did. He did that by putting a 1,200 horsepower light cyclone motor in it. Earlier Wildcats that I'm patent with, I think they're 1,000 horsepower. But they kept the Wildcat going throughout the war. Oh, we got 4 watching now. 3 thumbs up. The other 2 just chimed in right now. Welcome to Monday Night Live with me and the boys in the Halftrack. As soon as I finish up my cup of coffee here, we're going to get the old airbrush fired up. We're going to paint this thing all drab. And get the motor going. See how far we go tonight in this video. Okay. All right, guys. Let's keep going. Okay, hang on your hats, kids. Here we go. It's going to take a while to paint this all to bed. Hear that? Good day to you, Raymond. Welcome to tonight's show. It's Monday Night Live, me and the boys. Right now we're painting the Halftrack. I'm getting all painted up, using no D. And it'll be a while to paint this bad boy, I tell you that. Well, using it all bad, don't I? I'm glad I got some OD coming tomorrow. Here. It's wake me all the time. There was no fall like we did last time. That was a hell of a snow shop right there. Yeah, one of the search, you gotta find these things before you go any further. We're good. Yeah, there's no roller I'm taking right here, and I found out these rollers before. In case of a big rock or something like that, it helps it roll over the rock. It's like a 2-in-1 kit. It could be the M3A1 2, or that would be the one with the cable rope wheel on the front of it. Make sure all that red oxide is gone. I must have had this tank for about 20, 30 years. This stuff is still good. You can't beat that model, Master. What I like about enamels, they will dry out as fast as acrylic does through an airbrush. Yeah. I know one thing, it takes a while to build this thing. You can't foot race building this. Okay, I got 9 watching and 4 thumbs up for the Monday night. Roland's got the chassis all done. I'm still hunting for the red spots there. Can't find any more red in there. I get rid of it quick with all the draft. Daniel's right. Red oxide, man, it's easier to see with all the draft with against the red oxide than gray. This drill will not be possible with for Daniel. Oh, Bruce is okay. I'm praying for him to get out of sick bay so get back to the model bench so get some models out. Like I say, diabetes is dangerous stuff. It's something to reckon with. That's why I say it's mostly in diet nowadays that cause diabetes. I was very lucky it skipped me. It killed my dad. I think my dad got it from all the years, all the way from World War One to Korea. And after he got out of the service and everything, he drank a lot though. The alcohol had a lot to do with it too. Make sure inside those bogies are. Well, I was driving there too. That thing looks good. Well, I think fixing to go to a beauty contest now. Well, Danny's gonna be a good teacher for me. Teach me how to weather this thing up like the way he does his. Make a cup of coffee here, take a break, and get the cab going next. Okay. Take a break here. Wonderful. Still got enough to pick that bottle's almost empty. Nobody pick that cap. You know, it's not the finest. Old model master. Okay. Check the chat, boys. See what's shaking with the boys. Okay, we got 10 watching, which is wonderful. 7 thumbs up. Let me see, I can pick up that left off. Cool look, B40 says beautiful, Frankie. Daniel Brent says, Ahoy, Frankie. OG's head your way to Tuesday. Yep, that's about as far as I got last conversation on the chat board. Could be mistaken. And Venevera 6914 says, good job, sir. Thank you very much. I appreciate that, buddy. I think I'll fix make me a cup of coffee right now. This is my airbrush cleaner. Always clean the airbrush after the painting sessions. Take a break, go back, and we're going to go ahead and paint the cat. That'll be next. Lift this very gently right in here. Nothing broke, guys. Nothing broke. Nothing lost, nothing. In the cab. Yeah. I'm gonna paint these black. Okay, fellas, be back in a couple seconds. I'm make some coffee and be right back to join in. Then we're gonna come back after break time. We'll go back and get this cab all painted, and then we're gonna start working on this motor. This all got to be this whole motor got to be installed, and then before I put the cab in there. I'll leave this loose right here. Show you. That way I can set the transmission and hook up the dry paint in the back. Okay. Some coffee. Oh, that's good. Well, I thought Dickens had chimed in yet. I was digging. He's watching without commenting. Okay, make some coffee, boys. We'll get back. Cup of JoJo. Okay, well, the water's getting hot, guys. What I'm going to do, I think not like Daniel's messaged me. He read my mind. I read his. His claim is I'm going to give it a couple of washes. It's now's the time to give it a good wash and make it wet up a little bit. I'm going to take the tires off. I'm going to paint these whole things black. So right now, while coffee's brewing, I'm going to take some paint proof and give it a good gloss coat and let it dry. Then I'm going to follow off with washes. wonderful, wonderful, wonderful. Okay, guys, got the coffee right here. Take a little bit of coffee break. I got this pretty well glossed down, so I'm gonna go ahead and so I add some wash to it. First, I'm gonna put a black wash on it, let it dry. Then I'll cover with a dark wash and a light wash, and to get it to its element, because these things were actually very dirty. Now, the option is I can make it pristine like this as is, or give it character with its elements by adding washes, make it look weathered. So everything that exists, there's elements, and its elements is the key secret of being weathered. Like I said before, airplanes, they usually get weathered by naval aircraft, by salt air, salt water, wear and tear, Army Air Forces. The fading of the olive drab is due because of the hot humidity and the sun and wear and tear. And outside is dirty, guys. Maybe fresh air outside, but outside of the elements of anything like this, it's dirty out there. These things come to snow, dirt, mud, hail, you name it. Dead people, anything. And they're very nasty and dirty. They may come out like this out of the factory, but once they're signed off to war, they don't look as good as factory jobs here. So I want to weather this real well. And I haven't been doing my research on the paperwork on this thing. I imagine this roller is probably black. I probably don't know. Danny probably would know. And there's probably a little bit of rust around the leaf springs too. I'll add that too. So first of all, I'm going to put a black wash on it. Then let it dry, and come back and follow up with a dark earth color and a light tan wash, light earth color. And, I don't got any washes, but I do got the paints. They're all acrylics. I just mix a little water with it and water it down. That's all they are. Just watered down paint. That's your washes. So there's ways of not buying wash. What I always do, if I don't have the washes, I always send it down to whatever it is. If it's enamel, I send it down with spirits. If it's acrylics, I send it down with water. Okay. I'm going to come over here and see what's shaking with me and banging. I'm having a good time with this thing, guys. Really am. Got okay here. I'll thin this out to get a good wash. Put it on the chassis. Got the official coffee. It's rub dub dub wash time. First of all, we're gonna check the chat board, see what's going on. Yeah, we got 4 washes and 7 thumbs up. You gotta find the cup to make this wash with. Here it is right here. Here's the black wash cup. Right there. Washes are ready to go. First, I'm going to wash the flippers off. They're dirty. My hands clean. I get my hands clean. Okay. You got a good liberal wash that's black out here. It's starting to look pretty good now. Those washes really bring out the details. Yeah, Wendy did a good job. The company's called Takom that makes this. Takom. I think Andy, hobby headquarters, I think what does he produces the kit. But it's a good product, guys. This is a good kit. It really is. Like I say, ain't no footprint building this thing. Do it right. You can do it like I'm doing right here. You know, Dingy showed me a lot of stuff from Armor. He's the master builder when it comes to armor. I may be master builder airplanes and ships. When it comes to this stuff, I don't get any dumber or dumb or dumber. Like a kid, I'm learning all over again. It shows you I'm 81 years old. I can learn all over again. My dad used to say, you learn something every day. The day you stop learning, the day you stop living. I want to do a good job because Daniel gave me this kit, and I don't want to ruin it. I want to do a good job on making it good. Well, I can see a difference in it already. That black wash. You got a differential right there. There on his ruler. He says these people live in these things. Yeah, they probably do. No, they live in tanks. You can see it's starting to pop now with details. But you got to put a clear coat, a clear varnish on it. But using acrylic washes, always make sure it's done with enamel washes first. If you don't, they mix together and guess what happens? The wash effect is ruined. Now I got protection on the olive grab because I applied a clear coat of varnish on it. This top side and the bottom side. This wash the top side dries. Got it on the differential real good. Make sure of that. You know, now the pumpkin in the back and drivetrain, universal here, make sure it's in there good. Fender response here, make sure that all these bogies get it too. It all gets washed. Yeah, get it dry. I'm going to flip on the back, do the other sides, and proceed with dark earth and light wash, bring it up to snuff. The wash is dry. So I'll supposed to get some wood from Hobby Lobby. So I want to display this as wood. I want it to look nice. Right now is the time to make it look dirty. Dirty and nice. The nastier, the prettier. I imagine things. I saw pictures of Denny. You just showed me on the phone. You are pretty dirty boys. I'll tell you that. They're very the dirty towns, right? Not the tough towns, but the dirty towns. And the tough too. Our finish is I've always mind building a tank, an armored tank, Tiger tank for Germany or something, you know. It's just a wish list down the road. Can't be able to send away from stuff like I used to. I'm at the mercy of my subscribers and my family. I'm very grateful to my subscribers, for Daniel and everybody sending me things, my supplies. All this would be, all this would not be possible if it wasn't for Daniel and you guys. I'm serious. You guys like why I do my things and stuff, you know, and it makes you feel good. It makes you feel like you're doing worthwhile. Right now, this is a whole different ball game I'm playing, and I'm playing by the rules of armor. They can look dirty and nasty. We can do them right here. Add washes to it. It's like an airplane or a ship. Let it dry. Let it dry. Wash it like a new year. That's what Raven says. Let's put it this way. I think it was this thing up, you know. It was washed up in the new year when it was all brand new. Yeah, that black wash should come out good now on it. It is. So let it dry and follow over to darker if next. I got all that in the box over there. Yeah. You know what? This wash really enhances it. It does. It really does. Seven watching and seven thumbs up. Seven is watching and seven thumbs up. Thank you very much. And I hope everybody's had a good day today and enjoying themselves. I know I am. I had a good time working on this thing right now. Because I'm doing it the right way now. You know, I don't want to get too ahead of myself. Now's the time to add the wash to it, like Danny said. Before we see any further. Then we'll work to the cabin next. You know, being a ground pounder infantryman back in those days, operating these things. I imagine these things were your homes. Oh, they carried satchels, pots and pans, K rations, C rations where they ate, tents, tarmacs, picks, shovels, anything. These things were designed as personnel carriers. And let go get some wash out here. Okay. Let it dry. Okay, let it dry, guys, let it dry. Yeah, that's pretty good. That looks better here live than it does on the picture up there. Let's dry it, buddy. It's gonna go all up and wash. Yeah, let it dry. Hey, Freddie, how you doing, buddy? One day this month, Freddie, I'm going to Ohio. We'll get my stuff out of the stash. Got the Go Pot coming your way, buddy. Now I'm working on armor now, buddy. Hope you're doing well. You're healthy. Everything is okay for you. You seem like you're pretty well content now, Freddie. You're okay now, buddy. I like that big 15 that you did. You did a wonderful job on it. A wonderful job. And we got ham operator Elmer. He says time for bed on the East Coast. And you have a good night. Have a good night, big old buddy, and we'll catch you tomorrow or whenever you want to tune in. I'll still be here with the boys and everything. We only have 2 hours, 12 minutes, and 14 seconds, and still give this thing a good wash, let it dry. Then we'll go ahead and follow up with dark earth and a lighter shade of earth, and go onward. Yeah, as soon as I get back from Ohio with my statue link ready, I'll send that go pop to you, buddy. I got about 6 or 7 of those things in my stash. All 1961, no, yeah, 61? Yeah. All 1961 vintage. He's got Major Alfred Williams laying on the picture fuselage on, with a beautiful rainy cumulus clouds in the background. My birthday is coming up next week. I'm 81 years old. Woo! I'm getting up there, boys. I'm getting up there. Well, keeps me healthy, my models and you guys. I'll tell you, models are the best thing in the world for mental health. I think we are. Yeah, see what I got some dark earth out. Get my dark earth out, ready, prepared for it. I know I got some of that in here. I got plenty of earth out. Yeah, where it goes here? Maybe not here. Found it. Here's dark earth. Right there. I got light earth right here. That'd be my washes. That'd be my washes. What was the last model you worked on, Freddie? Was it that big 15 I seen? I think I seen it in your Facebook. It was a beautiful job. I finished up that Lancaster you gave me last year for Christmas. Hanging up there next to my albatross up there. It came out good. I'm sure loving that, buddy. I appreciate that. You made my Christmas. There's a B-36 in there you sent me. It's all done. Hanging up underneath that Heinkel 111 I got. I got the rest behind me hanging up. I got there's that B-24 you sent me. Lady Be Good. There's my 100-year-old Cleveland kid of the Newport 17. I got my Globemaster over there. I just finished up this Wildcat a couple days ago, Freddie. This is one you sent me right here. Yeah, Freddie, as soon as I get back from Ohio with my stash, I'll send you that Gum and Go Puck, buddy. I sure will. I'll throw in that M3F too. It's 1962 edition. You get the military version of it, and also you got the civilian version of it. You'll like them both. Make sure you make the landing gear retractable though. Yeah, it's dry, guys, and we'll get back to the earth. There's still some wet spots on that. It's looking nice now. Hard part about this model, letting it dry. You let things dry before you go on. Now, it's a good movie, Freddie. With that B-36, 6 turning, 4 burning, with Jimmy Stewart, that was a dang good movie. It shows you how the B-36s, they were prone to catch fire all the time because the altitude. They flew up over 40,000 feet, you know. And it was rough on those T2 type T60 Ellison turbojet motors they had on there. That's where they're prone to engine fires all the time. Kirkland Air Force Base up in New Mexico. My dad was stationed there before he went to before we was sent overseas, and we lived in an Air Force housing back then. We used to watch those B-36s come in all the time. They had to foam foam the runway with foam, and you hear the fires, the sirens in the background. So boy, everybody stood out there in lawn chairs there and watched those things come in. They had two of them came in with smoking engines. And I can remember running the Boeing field out in Virginia. They had B-36s flying over there. I mean, they flew right over our house. We were at the edge of the runway. I'd say we probably were about 300 yards away from the runway itself, and they flew very low. Whole house shook, especially when the B-36s came over. You could hear them go, whoa, right over the house, and the whole place started shaking. My mother had knickknacks on the wall, and knickknacks used to fall down, and she'd get mad all the time and stuff, especially a C-119 boxcar. They came over, they rattled the house too. Them Globemasters, they rattled the house. Everything else was just loud. They came over, a little shake, but boy, those B-36s and the Globemasters came over. They really shook the house. Thank you, Freddie. Now I've got the. You mentioned on one of my streams that you bought the 128 scale Rebel. I got all 3 of those too. I got the Fokker DR1 triplane, the Enric Bocker Spad, and also got the Colonel Brown's Newport. Sopwith Camel. The boxes are probably about that thin, very colorful, and they ran about $3 back in those days, back in the 1950s. I can remember in 1957 when they first came out. I went and bought the Spad. And back then, I was probably, 7, 8, 9? I was about 9, 10 years old back then. And Hobby used to say, "You sure you can build this thing?" "Yes, sir, I can build them." "Look, I've been building balsa wood when I built plastic." He goes, "Okay." And so I bought it, and they're nice kit. Very nice kits. I got all 3 of them. Yeah, that's a good idea. I think I can do that. I should have thought of that. Yeah. Joe Freddie, Bill Farmer's new to me. You know, I'm similar to novel to it. So that'll do armor. The only armor I really did my whole life when I built the Cat and Tank by Monogram, and also did the Weasel they have. Well, it's everybody does work. I should have thought of that. Wow, it does work. Man, I should have known better. Yeah, your fiance, she invited me to be a friend on Facebook, so I went ahead and accepted. You know, and I saw a picture of you and your beautiful lady. You know, standing together. You guys look very beautiful together. I'm very happy for you, Freddie. She's a good woman. She's very lucky, buddy. I'm very happy for you. That'll take you away from the model bench. It sure will. Hey, it's working, buddy. I can go with the dark earth now. Oh, hell yeah. Okay. It's cold here. Yeah. There's wash on it. It takes some Q-tips to get some of that stuff off there. I do airplanes and ships. That way you control your washers better. These ain't any different than the airplane or ship. You just got to realize it's elements that it's in. Because this thing's out in the dirt, the mud, the snow, the grime, the dirty, the ugly, the horrible, wear and tear, everything. They were not clean. These are dirty babies, really dirty, nasty vehicles. The option is you can make it pristine, clean, like factory fresh from the factory. But the objectivity of armor, which I'm starting to learn, is that these got to be done in their elements, like right here. Like I'm putting washes on it. Well, he knows these things because he's been in the Army and he knows these things. I always listen to people who have more experience than I do with stuff like this. To me, like I said earlier in the video, this is a whole different ballgame for me. A lot of people say, Frank, did you ever build armor? I said, well, yes and no, but I haven't built armor in a long time. This is the first time I built armor in over 60 years. But the armor I built before was two models of monogram. One was the Patton tank, the other one was the Weasel. Now for mud stuff, you can use, I'm going to use spackle. Put it around these bogies, stuff like that, pin them earth. But this is going to be a static model anyway, it's not going to be operational. Now, like I said before, like my tanks go here, my air control tanks, they're weathered naturally like the real ones are. But these things are working tanks. The radio control, they work outside just like the real one does. And they pick up dirt, pick up mud, and everything else. Just like right here, let me show you. This is Sherman tank number 2. This is not a mixed tank, it's all radio control. Look at those bogies there. That's all mud. This is real mud. I left it on there. Because in Tennessee, soil out here, this earth is red. We got red topsoil out here. And what it does, it runs out there, it picks up all the dirt and stuff. I left it on there. That's natural. This is a static model, so I got to use washes and paints and stuff to make it look like this. This is all natural. I did not paint these bogies. Why? This thing's radio control. And it goes to the dirt, everything else. It goes to the water and stuff, so it's naturally dirty. Andy's hobby headquarters, he has good stuff. He produced some good stuff. Well, I love that show. I love his building. He's got that big is a huge building. He's got a place where people conduct model meets. They can build models there. Everything. That's what it should be. I'm trying to concentrate on his running gear because this one gets dirty right through here. These tires, I've tried them already, red oxide fiber. I don't go ahead and paint these things black. The NASCAR tires are working all the drab and do the same thing. You can wash there too. Okay. We got artillery here, starting with the house. Starting with the shaking the house. Yeah, I bought mine back in the 50s. My Camel ready, and I bought my Spad and also my DR1. They're come cool. Actually, I bought two of each. Every time I go to the hobby shop, I always buy two of everything. People say, "Why you buy two of things? Could keep it in my stash in case later on I want to build it again. They may not make it no more, you know." And those are one of Revell's top line kits, I think, World War One range. Because back in my days, when I was a young boy growing up, Freddie, you know, those 128 scale World War One biplanes, like the biplane and the Spad, also the Sopwith Camel. I mean, they're built for guys our age. A lot of guys our age tackled them. That's why that guy at the hobby was said, "You sure you want to build this thing? It has rigging, a lot of details." I said, "Yeah, I'll build it. Ain't no different than the balsa wood kit." He said, "Okay." A lot of those hobby dealers back in those days were very cautious about who they sold to. You got kids coming in like that. They don't want to get flack from the parent. Well, you sold my kids something that's difficult. You can't build and everything. Hey, I'm here for business, you know. So they, in a way, they protect themselves that way. Yeah, Dark Earth is kind of turning up a lot of drab. Then I get done with all these washes, and I get a small mist of all the drab on it. But it's very important to get the chassis done. Most of the dirt comes from the chassis. Oh yeah, I can see a difference in it now. Take Q-tip off, wash, let's get some of that stuff off there on it. Tomorrow I think I'm going to work on the duct tomorrow. Get most of that thing done. And do some more work on this way on tomorrow night's stream. I think I've just concentrated on the chassis and get the washers done on the thing. And after off camera, we'll go to the next switch over on it. Oh yeah, that dark earth does really comes in good. And uses lights stuff next, and it'll really be that's a good tip to use there, but to run it off. Yeah, I can see the details pop up now with that wash. First thing, I'll be a master building armor. Don't take me long to master anything. It don't. But I do admit, I'm not an armor builder. This is my first armor build I've ever done my whole life. In this category and this way of doing it. Well, I can see why a lot of people build armor because it's addicting. I like little tanks, half tracks. I like to get me a tank. I like to get a tiger tank kit I can build in weather. It's good to drift onto the subject, guys, instead of staying on airplanes and ships all your life, you know? Because it gives you more mojo to build. And I'm learning something, you know? I'm 81 years old. I'm never too old, never too young to stop learning. Freddie helps me a lot. Dingy helps me a lot. We've been there. Freddie has. He's in the artillery. He knows his stuff. And Freddie will tell you if you're doing something wrong, you're doing something wrong. Always listen to somebody who has experience, that knows what they're doing. Well, it's looking good now. Just coming out, guys. Wonderful. That's good. So the Q-tip takes some of the stuff off on it. And I'm going to apply the lighter shade or drop the light earth on it, and yeah. I should appreciate this kit, though. I really do, Daniel. I was saying, look dirty now. Look real. Sure does. Man, this thing looks real. Objectivity of these washes is tone down the olive drab of constant wear and tear and the elements. That's the general idea of these washes. Now, make sure the running gear gets it good too, you know. On the bogies, riders. See how it's toning out? Goot. Looking goot. I got a daily message. Okay, let's see. Oh, now, yeah. The thing is, thank if this old truck is into the mud. They did go for the mud. Like a big rust too on the exhaust. That'd be a last resort. I get these all these broken divers coming down with Smart Earth. Start to pop now, dingy. Start to pop now, buddy. Add a little spackle to the tracks when I get them on. Simulate mud, paint the same as this. We've seen I'm going to be an armor builder now on. An expert at that too. I'm trying to give myself a pat on the back, but it's coming out. I'm learning. It's coming out really good. I'm starting to understand the elements these things went through. They're dirt. They can show me a lot of tips on this, you know. So I feel as he's right next to me, over my shoulder, watching it. My dad used to watch me when I build models. And if I take constructive criticism, nothing wrong with that. That's how you learn. I'm starting to learn how dirty these things really can be. You look pristine out of the factory, but once you get in the war, the elements of war, they ain't pretty no more. Guys, well, Frank can build armor. This would be a good on-the-job training model. So doing a good job on it. Prepare me for the next artillery build. I'll get you that your tank next. Like a Sherman tank or a Tiger tank. What? These things look real. Just got to use various washes, fellas. Various washes. Live action with Frankie Day. Well, I learned two things today. Freddie taught me to use the airbrush to try it out, which works good. It works real excellent. Like Davey says, think of it as an old truck out in the mud, which they were. I appreciate everybody sticking on. Watch good night. I got about 8 watching, five watching, 8 thumbs up. That's good. I got someone watching. I'll start getting the idea of this now. I look real now, no mistake about it. trying to get a feel of this sort of thing. Yeah. Yeah. Pretty happy now. Yeah. It looks sweet and dirty now. I'm getting happy, guys. I really am. I'll give you a slap happy tappy right here. On the frame only, I don't want to get none on the frame. We see the immersion of washes between black wash and also the dark earth on there. It's really good. Mostly the running gear gets dirty because that's running gear. It gets out there in the mud, the dirt, the grime, and everything else in the war itself. These were very nasty, filthy animals when they're out in the elements. Boy, I tell you. I have a lot of admiration for these guys that build these armor. They look so real. Now I'm learning the secrets now, how they do it. It's like anything, like an airplane, like a ship, like I said previously in the video. You got to realize the elements he thinks are in. He thinks in dirt, and mud, and snow, and the blood, and the good, the bad, and the ugly. Airplanes, they're in the elements of wear and tear, elements of different shadings of the yellow graphs because of the version of sunshines. Carrier-based aircraft are subject to weather because of salt air, salt water, wear and tear. Everything has elements like ships. I know ships. I know the rust on them, how they get there, because I'm a Navy man. And I know the elements of salt water, what it does to haze gray and deck gray, and all kind of colors. It fades it out. These things are just dirty. And the people operate, the soldiers operate these things, they actually live in these things. The springs are good. A good 10 wash of black once they dry. Yeah, look sharp, boys, look sharp. Yeah, this is the compressor. I'm going to wash back in here. Still got plenty in there. Okay. Got cotton buds over here. Use that tab. I'll have a little inspection what you did on it. Starting to get dirty like real one. Andy's Hobby Headquarters makes this kit. Judging the YouTube presentation of the kit, it's like probably about 10 months to a year old. It's been in production that long. On the springs, I'll give it a good pen wash of black in here. That'll pop out real nice. Let's do a little bit of bottle drab on the side. I'm going to put rust across the exhaust pipe through here. Yeah, I'm pretty happy, guys. I really am. Davey's helped me out a hell of a lot, so it's ready. Good night, Raymond. Have a nice good night tonight, buddy. We'll catch you guys tomorrow. I think I'm about ready to bail out of here. I've been almost 4 hours on this thing. Let this dry overnight and hit it with a mist of olive drab. I'm going to concentrate on the motor tomorrow. Let this dry and I'm going to give a light mist of OD on this thing, not the frame, just around right here. So, it's looking good. Looking real good, guys. I'm really happy with this thing. I mean, I'm really serious about building this. That thing was dirty. It's coming along very sweetly. Okay, everybody, I think I'll call this video now. I've been here about 4 hours almost. It took about 4 hours to do this much work on it. I was thinking I get the cab paid like that, but I give it the full multi like it's supposed to. I'm very happy that Dingy and Freddie helped me on this. We got the weathering done on this thing pretty much. All I gotta do is add the rust on the exhaust and give it a fine mist on the running gear on this thing. It's pretty good. Can we build this half track? Yes, we can. Fellas, I cannot build this thing. I'm starting to learn the art of doing this armor work. I can see what a lot of people like do armor. I'll start to love it myself. I'm about ready for a tank after this done. So tomorrow we'll resume on this. Off camera, I'm going to go ahead and add the rust oil streaks on the exhaust system and give everybody a fine mist of OD on the running gear. Not too much, just enough to give a little OD in there. And next we'll go to the motor and install same, get the cab on, then we start building on. Go on. Okay, I'd like to thank all my new little subscribers subscribing to my channel and tuning in and watching tonight's Monday Night Live. And on my Halftrack, I'd like to especially thank Daniel for giving me this kit. I'm very happy. Thank you, Daniel, for this. And very delighted and happy for Dingy for helping me to weather this thing. Dingy knows how to do it. So is Freddie. Freddie's a ground pounder. He's been in the Army. He knows how these things look like. And Dingy sure does. I see Dingy's work. Dingy does fantastic work in the Army. And he's, I feel like as if he's in this room, they watch me. Okay, Frank, do this next, do that. I like stuff like this. I'm 81-year-old farting to win, and I can still learn things. And as long as I'm learning something, it's worth living for. Remember, like I used to say, the day a man stops learning, the day he stops learning. Stops living, I should say. So I got too much to live for. I want to get this half-track shaking. It's really good. It'll be a time-consuming build. I've been on this thing about 4 days now. And it's about right. I've put a lot of hours on this thing. And after we get this thing done off camera, they're going to go ahead and move and get this bad boy painted. I'm pretty sure Dingy will help me get this beautiful motor that I've done. It's all fine put together. I'll just drop in, hook up, and whoa, ready to roll. And that's all done and painted like where it's supposed to be. I'm going to concentrate on the cab. I'm going to add some khaki on the seats, on the seat covers. I'm saying the khaki on the seats right there. The knobs getting red and all drab inside there. Yeah, I'm going to have a blast with this after. And I'm going to go ahead and paint this on black, these tires. The NASCAR tires and paint the OD in there and add a little of that. Add a little light earth in there. That'll go with the rest of the gear where it there being in the mud. Okay, I'd like to thank everybody for tuning in tonight. I'm very honored for your wonderful support for everybody and watching my videos. As of now, we got about 3 watching and 6 thumbs up, and a great host of people watching me tonight. I always have a great host of people on the chat board. I love you guys very much. You guys are wonderful people. I'll do anything for you guys to help you guys out. And you guys sure help me, and I love your support. Make mama happy, take care of the little ones, stay focused when you drive, and please be aware of the surroundings. You leave your home, watch your children, watch your family, watch yourself, protect yourself. May God bless, and model on, and thank you. And tomorrow night will be a good night tomorrow night. We'll be working operation, motor, and weathering, and everything else. And I got some screw I can make some massive spark plugs this thing. So we'll probably have a all night 3 to 4 hour build session working on the motor. And once I pop the motor in, and we'll start working on the cab, and we'll start building up. The main body is all done. It's good. All I'll do is add a little bit of OD, not on the frame, but just around the running gear. Give it a little hint of OD there. Okay, see you guys tomorrow. May God bless. Say your prayers, and thank you everybody for your love, support, and watching the videos. It means a lot to us all, man. And it keeps me alive mentally and physically, and something to look forward to every day. Okay, I'm out here, guys. I'm gonna do some research on the Halftrack and do some homework on this thing, and I'll take some pictures, upload the files, and I can go by that and see how the real one is done. And so we got more than Halftrack, so stay focused tomorrow. And I think tomorrow I'll be working on the duck off camera. Probably had the final build this in a couple of days. I want to get this thing going. Keep your final builds going. Keep the builds going. Okay, I'm out here. Good night, everybody, and thank you again. And see you guys tomorrow, and be good. This Frankie Day Models signing off. We'll catch you guys tomorrow, and bye, boys. Take care. Thank you.